This video demonstrates how to increase the size of the hard disk in a Kali Linux machine which is installed in a virtual machine. For that, I am taking one Apple MacBook with M3 Pro processor, Apple M3 Pro processor, and also in my machine VMware Fusion is installed. This VMware Fusion Player 13.5 is installed, and also I have already installed Kali Linux machine in this laptop, in this MacBook, and now I wanted to increase the size of this hard disk. Then right click in the machine that for which we want to expand the hard disk, then go to settings, click in the hard disk, then here is the existing size of the virtual machine, size of the hard disk in the virtual machine, and pull it to the right and keep it in the desired size that you want to keep, then press apply. Once you apply, it will ask you to verify. Also it says that use the disk maintenance tools in your guest operating system to resize or create the partitions. It means that whatever the space we have taken from the main hard disk or hard disk of the host operating system, only it is allocated to the virtual machine, but however it is not integrated to the actual virtual machine or virtual machine hard disk. For that, what we need to do, we need to go to the Linux machine and need to perform few operations, and then it will be part of the Linux file system in the guest operating system. So then here I will start the virtual machine. Right click here and write startup, click in startup. It will take some time to switch it on. Now start the machine and log into the system, then go to the root terminal, give the password, then write down the command fdisk -l. Let me make the screen a bit bigger. So if you look at this information provided by fdisk -l command, we have a disk of 50 gigabytes, 50 GB. However, only the root partition comprises of 18 GB. That is, this 18 GB is the root partition of the Linux system, and rest of the space is unallocated so far. In order to allocate the space which is not yet been allocated, or to merge the unallocated space with the root file system or root partition, we will run the command gparted, press enter. We'll get one output, one screen where it will show various partition in graphical representation. This is our 18.54 GB root partition. This part 30 GB is unallocated, and this in between, this is the swap partition. If I click here, it highlights the Linux swap partition. We'll right click here and we will click in swap off. This now swap partition is off. Then after that, we will again right click in the swap partition, then go to resize and move. We need to move this swap partition to the end of the unallocated space so that we can then here I can select cylinder, or MIB is also okay. Press resize or move, then it will give you some warning, but that's okay. Press okay. So this swap partition is now at the end of this unallocated space. Now these two partitions can be merged. What we will do for that, we'll go to the extended partition, right click, then we'll go to resize and move. and then I will pull this one, the last end till end, and here I will select the cylinder and then resize. Once we do all these operations, then we can apply, but so far it is not been permanently modified, so I have to click in this button of the menu. So this means that if you click the button here, it will apply all operations. So since once we are ready doing all the operations, we will click here and it will save our changes. So here one warning is giving, are you sure you want to apply the pending operations? Yes, I am sure to apply this, so I'll click apply. Now we'll close this tool, and then we'll close here. Now we'll reboot. Let's say reboot the Linux operating system and wait for some time. Our Linux system is up now. We will log into the system, press enter, then go to the root terminal, give the password. We'll again write down the same command as previous, fdisk -l. If I see here, now our root partition is 48 GB. So we have successfully expanded the partition of the Linux file system from 20 GB to 48 GB.